my name is Amanda and welcome to the Done Creative. Before we get into this pick a card reading, I just wanted to let you guys know I have a Patreon with lots of exclusive content over there. We really dive in and man, it is so much fun. We have a close-knit little community over there. And for the month of December, I'm actually doing free readings over there, a $33.33 value, which will more than pay for the top tier of my Patreon. So check that out for the month of December. If you're watching this later, I may still be offering something very similar in the future. I did a free reading night over on Patreon last night, and man, it was so much fun. We really bonded with each other and just hung out. It was such a fun little vibe. And I also want to let you guys know I have a live stream channel where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week as well. But for this specific pick a card reading, I'm kind of leaving this open-ended, but I think we're going to dive into blessings from your angels or just something your angels want you to know. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to label this. I just left it open to the angelic realm to bring forth whatever message needed to be brought forth. So if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to center your energy, and focus in on piles number 1 with the Dream Angel, pile number 2 with the Peace Angel, and pile number 3 with the Faith Angel. And once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as the top comment. But please, you guys, remember, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you, your life, your situation, and leave the rest behind. If your pile didn't resonate at all, you can either select another pile or maybe just click off the video. No harm, no foul. But without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on the cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, group number 1 are those of you who selected this Dream Angel. This is going to be your reading. I think we'll just set her right over here. I think that'll be okay. Alright, so I think we're going to just start with the tarot to really break down what's going on here. Any blessings, just any messages that your angels want you to know. Oh wow, so we have the 4 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune checking on in. And this to me feels like energy you're leaving, and this is energy you're kind of coming into, just how I'm reading this. And Spirit is wanting to offer you something very emotionally fulfilling, but at the current time and kind of in the recent past, you just haven't been able to see it. But on her sweatshirt here, it says over it. Like she is just kind of over the same old, same old. She's done with feeling stuck or blah about her life or bored or whatever it is. It's like she's got her phone here. She's not even so bored or so over it that she's scrolling her phone. Like she's even beyond that. Like no amount of scrolling, no amount of anything can distract her away from her life anymore. And she's kind of starting to realize that she needs to face some of her woes to be able to overcome them. And I think many of you have in the recent past just realized there's some healing that I need to do, and by golly, I'm just gonna dive in and do it. Not to say you haven't had distractions or life hasn't been kind of up and down as well, but it's like you guys have finally decided to face something, because with this Wheel of Fortune paired up, this is a new shift, a new cycle coming in hot, and for you guys specifically, this feels like good news on the way, good news on the horizon. You being able to start a whole new cycle, a whole new beginning, where you feel more in charge of what exactly is going on around here. You guys just feel more in control of your own lives. But with that being said, it's like some of you have realized that you can't control the external. You can only control the internal. You can't control other people or how they react to you or exactly what goes on. But the more you can really get in tune and in center with what's going on the inside, you'll start seeing that internal environment reflected on the outside. So as within, so without. You got to go inside to really start seeing those the beautiful things of your inside reflected on the outside. Usually it's those things that we try to hide from ourselves or run away from on the inside that then get reflected back to us, because what we resist persists. So let's go ahead and get your oracle cards in on the mix. I think we're covered here. We can read everything on the bottom. I think we're good. So these cards here, these are called the 72 angel cards, and on one side we have the human distortions, and then on the other side we have the name of the angel. So this could be an angel you're asking for or calling out to for help. It's the number 68 here, and let me just stand up and show you a close-up of the name of this angel card if I can get it to focus. There we go. I would probably completely butcher that, but let you read that and screenshot that. Maybe look into that angel just to see if there's anything. Oh, sorry. If there's anything you can gain or access from this angel or knowledge you find. Okay, so what it says here is healing concerns all medical and therapy professionals as well as energetic, metaphysical, spiritual treatments and healing, capacity to restructure, to adjust, to regulate desires, adjustment to divine standards, restores balance after phase discrepancies, reharmonizes when out of synchrony, loves nature, country life, open spaces, agriculture, harvests, agricultural experience, fertile nature, creative power. So I love that. Those are the things that this angel is really assisting with you, and most specifically healing. Those of you who he talked about were really doing that healing. This is really showing for you guys. The human distortions, contagious disease and epidemics, which, time of my filming, there's something going on right now with that. Difficulty understanding illness and healing due to lack of knowledge, wisdom, and incomprehension of the original metaphysical cause. Yeah, and this is really showing that, most, if not all, disease starts on the spiritual plane first and then gets worse and worse and progresses until it does finally show up in our physical reality. So if we can face the root cause on a spiritual level of what's going on with us, there wouldn't be any disease. So it's very difficult, especially those who have attached to the idea that that healing or that disease specifically runs in your family. Maybe a parent or a grandparent died of a specific cancer or illness that is what's considered genetic, or maybe they had a lifelong ailment that's a genetic thing and you're just like wondering or hoping you don't get it. And a lot of times worrying about certain things will bring them to us even quicker. So you guys may be facing some things with genetics and heredity and your ancestors surrounding your health and wellness as well. But we've got here the Believe in Magic card. It says, open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the Northern Lights says you are part of nature, so you are magical too. And on this here, it says loves nature, country life, and open spaces. So your angels want you to spend more time in nature. Get out there. Even if, at the time of my filming in the Northern Hemisphere here, we are about to go into winter, but I'm filming on December 1st. And I kid you not, you guys, in Montana, December 1st, it is 60 degrees today. What is happening? Can we say pole shift? Like, things are really changing. There's a lot of weird weather going on. So even in my neck of the woods at this time in December when I'm filming, I can still very comfortably get out of the house with maybe not even a light jacket. Like, that's insane. That's completely unheard of. So getting out in nature will be something that can really help ground you and make you feel really good. We also have the friendship card. So fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. And those of you who are like, man, I don't have time for friends, or all the friends I've ever had turned toxic and it's not a good look for me. This is not saying that that is going to be your future experience, because I think some of you who selected this pile, you may have had some ups and downs with certain friends in your life, or maybe you had to cut out a whole bunch of people out of your life in the past. I see someone specifically that's watching this that has cut out everyone from their past, like friends, family, significant others. Like, you're just clean slating this thing and starting completely over. But I think that's just for one person. But even that person, all of you, this is showing and highlighting how important a solid and healing kind of friendship, one where there's a mutual benefit to both of you. It's not give on one end and take on another. And it's not a transactional thing, well, I did this for you, so you better do this for me. It's just both people in the relationship caring for each other so much that you're just showering each other with love and affection and just wanting to be there and support each other. Even if you do go a couple weeks without talking to this person, or a month or more, it's like when you do get back together, online or in person or whatever. And now my left ear, I felt like a weird pressure, like I was gonna have an ear start ringing, but then, okay, now it's subsiding, but it didn't quite ring. It was more like a very low hum. Very interesting. So I don't know, maybe you're making friends with your guides and angels, that the left side technically, but not always, but a lot of times on the left side will come in friends who have passed away, or loved ones who have passed away. People who once had an incarnation will come in on the left side and more normally or dominant side on the right would be like your spirit team, your guides, and your angels. But it doesn't always work that way, so you'll have to kind of use your intuition just to feel. But this could be, for some of you who actually lost a friend who has actually crossed over, that friend was just saying, hey, I know you feel like you'll never find another friend like me, and maybe that's true, and they're kind of patting themselves on the back, but at the same time, they're saying there are more soul family type of friends out there for you, and you deserve to have that kind of friendship that you are to other people. So that's a really beautiful message. And then we've got the solitude card here, which, pairing it up with friendship is kind of like dualistic energy here. But I'm going back to that one specific person that just cut everyone out of their life. You may be in this solitude state right now. And even those of you who haven't cut everyone out, but maybe you're just feeling like pushing people away right now because you're doing some massive upgrades, massive healing right now. Don't beat yourself up for needing a little bit of time. But also at the same time, don't ghost everyone else in your life and just disappear for weeks on end. A simple text like, hey, I'm really going through some stuff, and I do appreciate your support when I'm normally going through stuff, but I just feel like doing this thing alone. Feel free to check in on me, but I'm not probably going to be very active, like talking back and forth or wanting to go get coffee or whatever the case is. And just you explaining that little bit really goes a long way. And they won't think it's them, it's not you, it's me, They won't think, well, what did I do wrong? And, go through all those things in their head and start a whole cascading effect of just drama that's really unneeded. Because you guys are really also stepping into your sense of awareness of how you being present in a room will shift the energy, or just aware of your own actions and how they affect others, how your own actions and thoughts affect you even. But even awareness of your own spiritual and psychic gifts, because you have the clairvoyance card coming in hot as well. So clairaudience and clairvoyance, you guys really are getting a lot of spiritual upgrades. And that is one of the major messages that your angels have for you, is that, man, you haven't seen anything yet with your spiritual abilities and gifts. They're only accelerating and getting more prevalent in your life, or kind of just acting almost as second nature to you, because you have done so much healing and released a lot of baggage and wounds from the past. Now there is room, and I'm just seeing like Jupiter, just expansion of your gifts, of your spirituality coming in hot. And clairvoyance is that clear sight kind of spiritual gift of seeing in your mind's eye, visions and prophetic dreams, and your spiritual sight basically. We also have Archangel Michael, so many of you may be working with my man, Michael. He is a very prevalent archangel to work with a lot of starseeds, blue rays, indigos, light workers of all types. Really do lean on Archangel Michael for guidance, love, and just help, just calling out to you also for protection. All my empaths out there, you know how amazing that cloak of wings of Michael are. When you just need a little bit of empathic protection, when you're shopping or just out and about, he really is protecting you. But it says here also, I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. And that is him helping bring this awareness, because he does, or Michael is associated with that sword's energy in the tarot, that mental thought, that clarity, that many of us sometimes, it's hard when we don't have a clear path mentally on where we know we need to go. We kind of sometimes just spin our wheels, and I think that's where you've been for a while, but you guys are coming out of that. No more wheels are spinning, they're actually turning, and they're moving you out of that stuck mud that you may have felt you have been in for a while, Group 1. So wow, these are great blessings. This is great advice coming in hot from Spirit, from your amazing angel. Angels, I should say. I'm seeing like a whole room full of angels surrounding you guys and just protecting, loving, and guiding you, healing you, helping you through any of your fears, and really helping restore that balance in your life and getting you back to nature. That is really what they want. Also, they're showing me you growing your own food or eating more holistic life, eating a more holistic or like whole food kind of diet, where you know where your food was grown and came from, and you know it doesn't have chemicals on it, that kind of vibe. So yeah, I hope that this resonated for you. You will have to let me know below what you thought, any stories you want to share. I always love hearing from you guys. And as always, thanks again so much, Group 1, for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here back at the Den Creative, also over on my Patreon. Lots of goodies going on over there, and also over on my live stream channel. Link for all of that is in the description below. And I hope to see you over there in the High Vibe Tribe. All right, bye! All right, group number 2, or those of you who selected this beautiful peace angel, this is going to be your message or your advice or the blessings coming in from your angelic spirit team. And we're going to go ahead and start with the tarot here and then get additional guidance from the oracle cards. And we have here the King of Wands and the Knight of Cups. And I love this combination so much because you guys are finally taking it to the streets. You have done some healing, much like group 1. We really did touch on a lot of healing in group 1, but I'm seeing you guys have recently done a lot of healing or kind of feeling your way through some emotions that have come up. And now you are ready to show up as an upgraded, up-leveled version of yourself, ready to love others from a more unconditional loving place rather than conditional love, and just wanting to offer the world your best. You're wanting to give your overflowing cup, like from the overflow, you're wanting to give that maybe to charity or to a friend you know is struggling. And it doesn't always have to look like you giving someone money. This could just be being that shoulder to cry on for someone, or just checking in with people you know don't have a lot of friends or family and just saying, hey, been thinking about you, I hope everything is well. Just those few little words can really go a long way with someone who feels desperate, destitute, or lonely. It really goes a long way. And you guys are really in your emotional and empathic selves right now, but you're using this in a way where maybe some of you are wanting to create something. I'm seeing this as passion, as drive, as inspiration, as you really wanting to take something that has been maybe emotionally draining for you, or something that's been very difficult for you, the loss of something, the loss of someone, the loss of a job, but you're channeling that pain and the healing that you've done from that pain into something very beautiful and long-lasting, something that other people can benefit from. This could be a creative project, this could be a service you're offering, or just you showing up as a more sunny and divine version of yourself that this world desperately needs right now. So that being said too, you guys really are wanting to be leaders and just leading by example. There's no one you have to push around or force to do anything your way or see anything your way. Just you living your light is enough. You don't have to go out and try to chase a whole bunch of people. I'm really seeing it as that lighthouse energy I'm always talking about here on my channel, where the lighthouse doesn't have to leave the shore and go out into the harbor and chase down all these ships. No. What does that lighthouse do? It stands tall and proud and firm and just shines its light, and any ship that needs help knows exactly where that lighthouse is and can easily guide themselves toward the light. And you guys are my lighthouse energy, and I love it. All right, let's get some oracle cards in on the mix. Okay, so we're gonna start here in the middle, and this is the 72, me getting it all backwards here, what's it called again? The 72 Angel Cards deck, and I'm just gonna zoom in just like I did for group 1 so you can see, maybe, hopefully you can read the name of this angel card and have enough lighting to read it. Maybe even pausing the video so you can read through all the stuff. I'll kind of touch on these anyway, but I would probably butcher that name. I do apologize. I'm trying to hold it still. Let me go right there. How's that? Okay. You can screenshot that or just pause the video or whatever you need to do for that. So this angel comes with the number 13, or is the 13th angel in this deck. So the number 13 might be relevant to your life, or the number 4, which is about creating stability, security, a solid foundation under your feet, and having support from those around you. But this also talks about fidelity, reconciliation, affinity, facilitates learning, happy memories, friendship, get-togethers, faithful servant, which that's what I see with this energy, is just unconditional love. You're wanting to pour forward without any reward back. But of course, you're not just giving and never getting anything back. No. You're giving a lot of yourself, but in return, you're getting a lot back. And it may not even be from the same sources, but that's what Spirit's really showing me. But this is preparation for encounters, faithful to divine principles. It gives life to unity, to union. Some of you may be meeting a twin flame or a divine counterpart or a soulmate coming in very soon. We also have complementary balance of the masculine and feminine, yin-yang energy, order and harmony. But specifically with fidelity, reconciliation, happy memories, those of you who are in partnerships or maybe have recently broken up from partnerships, you are really examining these issues in your life. I'm seeing like a married couple right now who's maybe had some issues, or even a couple that lives together. They don't necessarily have to be married. Maybe just been having some issues where one of the partners is growing, the other one just kind of wants to remain the same. And what this is showing is to really focus on those happy memories and the healing. And it's almost like this relationship will start to kind of heal itself once you put forth your most pure intentions, because you have the pure intentions card here. The Fairy of Manifestation will help you use your wishes wisely, manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. So if you have the intention of offering this person love, we do have the fidelity word written here, so there may have been some infidelity, or just maybe coming to like a come into Jesus moment in the relationship where you're thinking, do we stay together? Do we break up? But this is you giving this your one final last hurrah, just to see if it is meant to be, if this will work long term, giving it one more shot. For those of you who have already been through the ringer with this person, I think it is your best bet to walk away, but using your own discretion for where you are on this spectrum of whatever's going on here. And for those of my singles here, maybe fidelity and getting back together with exes in the past has really just put you through the ringer, and you're just needing this time to really heal, feel into what you're doing, and wanting to then put yourself back out there. That could be how this resonates for my singles. But your pure intentions really are everything. Intentions in general are everything with everything we do. Like I always say on my channel too, you can just cook a meal kind of begrudgingly, like slapping things together and slamming cupboards as you go, and just like, oh, I hate cooking, like, and then you put that vibration in the food that you're creating, you're concocting, and come at it from another angle where you are feeling happy to do the work and put in the love and effort and really blessing the food with nutrition and positivity and love. And that food, you cooking the food is a whole other experience, but also the taste of the food is a whole other experience, because you're raising the vibration. Even if you use the same exact ingredients and make it the exact same way as you did when you were kind of slamming the cupboards around and, oh, I don't want to do this. Totally different ball game, the end product or the end result. But you guys also have the protection card here. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magic fairy ring of light and love. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. So those of you who have been experiencing spiritual warfare or have just felt really disconnected from your guides and angels, this is just calling those said guides and angels in to protect you as you try to connect to your higher self and to them and just to source. Just really doing your due diligence to protect yourself from any like energetic or psychic vampires that are out in the astral realm or out in your just physical reality, because people be like energetically vampiring off of all of us right now. And you guys do need some re-energizing. You need a time out. You need, it says time out here, I didn't even see that. You guys just need a hot minute here, group number 2, before you really do dive forward and just really release your amazingness on this world. It's not to say you can't do that and then take a break, do that and then take a break, because I do see you wanting to balance this out, especially with that that balance of the masculine and feminine, where you're taking action and then you're resting. You're taking action and then you're resting. You're giving and then you're receiving. You're giving and then you're receiving. You guys get it, right? So recharge your batteries, re-energize, take some self-care, do some salt baths, get out in nature, connect with what it is that is meant for you out in this world. Use your intuition. But the Teresa card here says time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. And for some of you, that may have been in a relationship, or you're realizing the relationship that you're in is very codependent, or maybe one partner, probably you in this instance, has just been giving, and the other's just been taking. And there needs to be more of a give and take balance in the relationship if it's going to move successfully forward. But that being said, also we've got the relationship harmony card here with Archangel Raguel. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are now being resolved. So these big, like, I'm seeing like this coming up, butting up against some sort of conflict in the relationship. It's been like that one sticking point in the relationship. Like everything else in the relationship seems to be pretty good, but there's just one part of the relationship that every time you come up against it, you're like, oh no, not this again. And it keeps coming back in a cycle. And once you can break the cycle of whatever this is and heal whatever this is in the relationship, it's like you can only go up from here. Things can be so much more magical and beautiful in the relationship because you do have spirit's protection and help Those of you who are wanting to stay in a relationship because you know the other person you're with and you are both very genuine, giving, loving people, you have Spirit's blessing to continue this relationship, but it's going to have to come as you guys healing through any of those things you're coming up against over and over again. But those of you who know that this relationship is said and done, this is you moving forward and then, having that beautiful, deep relationship with yourself, and then possibly later on finding someone who can match that beautiful inner frequency that you're emitting, because blessings are coming in. This to me doesn't just feel like with relationships, but this person is looking over here to this angel like, yep, I know my person is on the horizon. Even if this person's already with that person, like a more leveled up version. And it's not like this person's sitting here waiting for this other person in the relationship to change, but it's like shifting or morphing into more of our highest potential, or that person's highest potential, if that makes any sense. So yeah, blessings are also coming in like on the emotional front, deeper and more emotional connections to your friends, your family members, where you're not just talking about the weather or, what's the latest news story. No, you're like diving into deeper topics and, mysteries of the universe, and just wanting to talk about things that you could just sit and talk about these topics for hours and hours and hours. But this is gonna, I think for many of you, come after a time where you really do give yourself that love and care that you know you desire and desperately deserve and desperately need before you can really start seeing this stuff shine in your life. But it's definitely on the horizon. Just do that time out, do that rest, rejuvenation, recuperation, and healing that's being called for, and then the sky's the limit. Like nothing can hold you back after that, group 2. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful energy with me, and feel free to let me know below what you thought, any stories you want to share. I always love to hear from you guys in the comments. And as always, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you, group 2, right here back at the Den Creative. Also over on Patreon, I have lots of exclusive goodies over there on Patreon, and also my live stream channel where I go live doing readings a few times a week. A link for both of those are in the description below. So we hope to see you over there in the High Vibe tribe. All right, bye. All right, group number 3, or those of you who selected the Faith Angel, this is going to be your message, your angel blessing, whatever your angels want you to know at this time. We're just kind of leaving it open to Spirit or your angels to kind of guide the reading, whatever you need to know. But we've got here the 8 of Cups and the Page of Wands. And wow, this feels very similar energy to the overall reading we did in group 2. So if you were having a little bit difficult time deciding between group 2 and 3, maybe there are additional messages in there for group 2 for you, group 3. But if group 3 was where it was at for you, no need to go back. But we've got here the 8 of Cups, and this is you guys walking away from something that was emotionally not really hitting the mark for you anymore, or you realized you were better than whatever it was you were receiving. I'm seeing for someone this is actually a job or a way of being, maybe a community you were part of, and you're just realizing, yeah, this isn't really it for me anymore. Or just wounds. Maybe certain people in said community were really driving things forward, but kind of in a, like, I'm seeing like a runaway train or like a catastrophic direction that just didn't feel very supportive to you. That doesn't mean you need to ditch the whole community, but maybe just kind of pulling your energy back from certain people in the community, and that will really benefit you, because I think the community, for those of you who feel that way, the community as a whole is a very healing, holistic, beautiful place for you to be. It's just maybe certain people within the dynamic aren't really hitting the mark for you anymore. But we have here the 8 cups, and it's like one place for that 9th cup is empty. And it's like, I'm going to be that 9th cup. Or, the Ace of Cups. I'm going to give myself that love, attention, and effort that I deserve to have. I'm giving it to myself first and foremost before looking for it out there with someone else. And maybe I'm gonna find it along my journey. I may not even know where I'm going on my journey, but I know I'm putting myself first. I'm putting myself as like the priority in my life, and I'm gonna heal myself and heal my life as much as I can. And as you do that, group 3, you're really getting inspired to take action in a new direction. And as a result of you putting this effort into healing and really leveling yourself up, you may be getting news of some new creative endeavor or project, or maybe you're getting a divinely inspired idea. The pages are messengers, so this could be literally from Spirit downloading a divinely inspired idea right into your little brain. something you can do or create or be or invest in or whatever it is. This for some of you feels like a hobby to me that's going to then turn into something bigger than just a hobby. Take that as you will. We don't always have to monetize our hobbies. I think that's a big misconception, that we think, well, if I'm not good enough at drawing or painting or interior design, then I can never make that a way to make money, and then it's just invalid. No. You can enjoy drawing and not be that great at it, but just for the sake of drawing. And here's a hot tip. The more you practice and work at drawing, you're going to get better. Like, it's inevitable. Or whatever. Insert here, whatever hobby or talent or skill you're wanting to get better at. You're always going to get better with the more practice you put into it. So keep that in mind. And I'm actually seeing now someone who's watching this is actually a tarot reader. And maybe you've been kind of recently like second guessing your channel or your platform or your community, like maybe this isn't a place for me, or whatever. And I'm really seeing this as you not completely walking away from whatever this community is, but maybe just certain people in the community, you're kind of steering yourself a slightly different direction than those people. They could themselves be other readers or just fans of your channel or your page or whatever it is, that you're just kind of, you're a little loud over there. I'm going to kind of focus on my own thing for a while. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting with this. But let's go ahead and get some oracle cards in on the mix. All right, group 3. So we're going to bring this one up so we can actually see what's going on up here. Forgive my squeaky shoe organizer I sit on. It always squeaks every time I move. But we've got here, and I'm probably going to completely butcher the name, and sorry you can't even see it because of the lighting. I might give you guys a moment to pause and just really look at this, read through it. I'm just going to kind of touch on the highlights because it's quite a full card full of words here. But the angel associated there, I will butcher the name, I'm sure, so I'll let you guys read that one. And we've got the number 26 also. Okay, so do we have enough time to have read what we've got going on here? Okay. So this angel, number 26, 2 plus 6 is 8. So this is associated, I think, with taking action, with financial abundance coming in. It doesn't always have to look like money. This could just be an abundance of your spiritual knowledge, abundance of fruits and vegetables, abundance of being out in nature. Take it as it resonates. But this angel is coming to you with blessings of your own discretion, which I think is interesting because we also have the discernment card right next to it, which we'll get into as we go along. The capacity to structure power and abundance well, a wise advisor, faculty to keep and manage state secrets, confidential government files, access to information and knowledge that need to remain secret, sense of organization and family, contemplation of divine structures, political science, harmonizes social life, peaceful cohabitation, respect for divine order, ability to adapt to any situation, scientific and political attitudes in accordance with divine science. Lots of political, social leader stuff here, allows you to know how to behave in ambiguous situations, seeks truth through reason, and creator of positive, constructive atmosphere and inspires team spirit. Yes, and it's like a young energy, like you're bringing a revitalized, fresh energy to whatever it is you're doing. But you're using your intuition, you're using your logical thinking brain, you're using your discretion and your discernment to realize maybe certain things aren't meant for you anymore, or to kind of feel your way into the future. Like along this mountain path that this person is taking on their new endeavor, maybe their intuition is telling them, maybe I shouldn't take that path. I have a feeling that a few miles up, it's going to end abruptly and I'm just going to have to backtrack. So using your intuition is going to really be key for you. And discernment, intuition, discretion, these are all like major themes. What's going on with you guys right now? Then we have the moderation card. So is there something you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthfully. Although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. And I would go as a step extra to say not just the foods that you're consuming, but also, the news or the content. If certain things just don't give you a good, happy feeling, maybe turning them off for a while and really focusing on things that make you feel more empowered and more high vibe. Just kind of letting those lower vibrational things kind of fall away for a while and really focus on the things that make you feel good about yourself. And prime example would be if I eat a lot of processed and garbage kind of foods, like I don't feel that bad, but I don't really feel great either. But if I eat, like, say, some watermelon, and then I have some oranges and some broccoli and some lemon water. Like, I just feel almost like, okay, and I'll put this out there, guys. I've never been high. I've never tried any drugs. The highest I've ever been was when they took my wisdom teeth out, and I felt very loopy. But this gets me feeling high, like high vibe, like excited, almost like I'm about to float right on out of my body when I eat foods that are very alive and high vibe themselves. So finding a diet that really resonates with your vibration can really help keep your vibration up. It's beautiful how that works. And it feels almost just too simple to work, but it works. It's so cool. We also have the Shine from Within card. So looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. And that's exactly what you're doing here with the Eight of Cups. Maybe some of you are walking away from friends, family members, a significant other that could never appreciate your inner beauty. Maybe they were so fixated on your outer beauty or just their own outer beauty, they didn't really care about you at all. But you're moving away from things that are making you dim your light, and going toward a direction where you're just shining your light unapologetically, being your true, authentic, and unique, and beautiful, and amazing soul self in this crazy world that we live in is the most radical act that you can do. It's the most radical statement you can make, is just to be your true, unapologetic, authentic self in this reality. And it's the biggest form of rebellion you can do against the man or the system as well. So just being you and really doing your healing work and moving in the direction of what will serve your highest good and really resonate with your more higher vibration, that is the best thing you can do for yourself and for others around you. But there is a sense of magic at play in your life. Your angels are coming in hot, letting you know they're sending you a lot of signs, symbols, synchronicities, and for some reason I feel like I want to pull a charm or two for you guys. So I'm going to go grab that real quick. Yeah, they're telling me to grab one. Okay, we've got here the Skull and Crossbones. Yeah, so even they're showing me like the Death card in tarot. So like even in your darkest times, you're finding ways to transform yourself, or there's almost a sense of magic at play in the things in your life that are dying that will almost act as fertilizer for the new seeds that you're planting in your life to create that magic and abundance that you are having come in very quickly in your life. And it feels to me like it's coming in very quickly. Page of Wands is a very quick moving message from Spirit. Your guides and angels may even be sending you a lot of skull and crossbone symbols on people's shirts, online. Maybe you're seeing a label with a skull and crossbones. This is just letting you know, caution ahead and steer yourself in the direction that is best for you rather than what you think you should do to please this person, that person, this thing, that, whatever. Yeah, but magic is really at play. Even be looking for angel numbers. They just showed me the number 88. They're showing me 666, which I know it sounds very evil, but 666 is actually a beautiful number if you look up the meaning to it. So if you hear a lot about 666 or you're seeing it somewhere, don't fret, don't think, oh no, this is scary. Really empower yourself by looking into the true and more spiritual meaning of these numbers. Then we also have the Azure card here. Your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith and don't try to force it to happen. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're just walking away from what you know you would have to force, or walking away from what you know just will never work. Like you just know it. Like you've given it all you got and you just have to cut your losses and move forward. But as you move forward, you're moving closer and closer every day to the desired outcome. Very near. It says here, will occur in the very near future. So have just a little bit more patience and have that faith. And I love, we have the faith word and you guys were the faith angel. So have faith that you are moving in a direction that is more suited for your special type of magic, from that special light that you deserve to shine brightly and unapologetically. Because you're spreading your wings. There is no more playing small and dimming your light like we said here. No, it's time to get out there. It's time to take action. It's time to live from your true authentic self. And I won't say haters be damned, but like haters be damned. Like, if they're gonna hate on you for just wanting to heal your life and do what's best for you, then they never had your best intention in place in the first place, if that makes sense. But Archangel Ariel says here, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. You are ready to fly past anything that is no longer serving you, and maybe even people, situations, jobs, locations that are no longer serving you. You know you have run your course in these places or with these people or in these situations, and your discernment, your intuition is really leading you in a place where there is more magic, where your desired outcome will occur, and you don't have to wait and beg and pray and just hope that someday soon it'll happen. You'll actually start seeing it happen, and you'll have that evidence of magic at play in your life every day, and you're just going to feel so much better about the life you're living. Because I think right now many of you can point to many things that you would change about your life if you had only the time, the money, the resources to do so. But Spirit's saying you got to be your own time, your own money, and your own resource by putting yourself first and doing things from your heart's most authentic place. And yeah, it might look like you leaving certain people or situations behind, but it doesn't really have anything to do with them. So even if you feel guilty, like, oh, I probably can't leave this friendship of 40 years, like how do I do that? Like, that's rude. No, it's not. If it's actually hurting you more staying in the relationship or the friendship, then it's not. It's not. So do what's best for you, Group 3. I know you will, because I have faith in you that you will do what's best for you. And you will find that magic back in your life very soon when you just start shining your light unapologetically and really spreading those wings. Oh, I just want a sigh of relief with you guys. Let's just sigh it out. Let's just get a nice big sigh of relief here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. I love it. Group 3, you guys are something special. I love you. Please let me know below what you thought, if this message resonated with you. I always love to hear from you guys, and I try to answer as many of you back as I possibly can. But thanks again so much, you guys, for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you, Group 3, right here back at the Den Creative. Also over on my Patreon. Lots of goodies planned over there this month and moving forward. And also over my live stream channel where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week. Link for both of those are in the description below if you would like to check that out. We would love to welcome you over there in the High Vibe Tribe. All right, bye.